What's cracking, guys? Samyak607 here, throwing at you a new Dungeons and Dragons video. Let's roll with it. So, today, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be making a barbarian class level 5 character. That's just about it. So what inspired this is I have to make 7 characters tonight for a one-on-one tournament. I'm playing against one of my friends tomorrow, and I thought I'd record it in case I wanted easy content. Haha, I don't care about you guys enough to put effort into it. But yeah, I thought it might be helpful to some of you guys if I showed you how to fill out character sheets. Although with the apps the youngins are using these days, it's going pretty out of style. Let's dive right in. So first, you have the character box, the character name box. You want to fill that out with the name of your character. I'm calling him Beta because he's a beta male. Haha. Okay, I'm joking. I'll explain it later. But really, it's coming from one of my previous campaigns where I used the character build I'm going with right now. I had actually made a unit of Warforged soldiers who were like automated sentries keeping guard of a manor. So I want one of the designs. That's what I'm going with here. So character name Beta. We want to fill out the class and level. This is a barbarian. Level 3, level 5. Background, I'm going to go with soldier since it has a lot to do with fighting. Player name Samyak607, 1400 experience points because that's what gets you up to level 5. And we will be Warforged just because they are bloody cool. Also, they mechanically work amazing as barbarians. Alignment, lawful, neutral, since this is meant to be an instruction-taking, senseless being. Not that all Warforged are, just the specific character. Okay. Just like that, we've gotten through the important... We've gotten through a section of the character sheet. This is the full one I have right here. Let me scroll through it, and it goes down, and it even has the character information page and the spell page, but we won't be going over that today. Let me zoom out so you can see what they look like in their entirety. Isn't that just neat? Okay, zooming back in so you can actually see what I'm doing. For next, we're going to go to the ability scores on the side. So basically, we have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. How these work is, let me use an analogy. So strength would be how hard or how far you can throw a tomato. Dexterity would be how well or easily you can dodge the tomato. Constitution's your ability to stay healthy after eating a rotten tomato. Intelligence is knowing tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad. And charisma is your ability to sell your tomato fruit salad. So it's like how strong and unique your personality is, your force of character. Your street smarts, your book smarts, your physical health, your speed, and your power. To fill these up, today I'm going to be using an ability score array. The one I use is 16, 15, 14, 12, 10, 8. If you don't know what these means, the usual method you use to fill these out is by rolling, but I'm using a fixed array so that I can do this quicker and more simply. So starting off, charisma is going to be my lowest stat. Charisma is going to be my lowest stat. Okay, I can't bring myself to do this. Okay, yeah, charisma is going to be... I'm sorry, guys. I had to think it over. Charisma is going to be my lowest stat because, frankly speaking, with the kind of character this basically robot is going to be, it wouldn't have very much character. Then intelligence is going to be my second lowest. Next up, we've got wisdom, and then I want to save my higher numbers for my physical attributes instead of the mental ones. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. I want dexterity at 14, strength at 15, and constitution at 16. Neato. Next, we're going to plug in the ability score modifiers. I don't want this video to drag on for insanely long, so I'm sorry I'm not going to explain how to work these out here today. You could probably go and find that somewhere else. If enough of you ask how these work, I might make another video on it. But basically, quick rundown, it's just 10 equals 0 because 10 is average, and then for every 2 points you add above 10, that's a +1, like 12. And then for every 2 points going down, that's -1. I said that poorly, but oh well. At level 5, your proficiency bonus is +3. I won't explain what a proficiency bonus is. Barbarians are... oh god, I forgot to check this. I'll come back to that. There is no coming back to any of these, huh? Commercial break. I have no idea how I'm going to edit that pause. I kept clicking a button without knowing what it was doing. But yeah, so next we're going to be looking at our proficiencies. I didn't explain what the proficiency bonus is before, but when you roll the d20 on an ability check, the proficiency bonus is the number which gets added to the things you're good at, because you're good at them. So for saving throws, which I'm not going to explain, barbarians have strength and constitution proficiencies. So the plus is going to be our strength from over here, plus the proficiency bonus to get +5. Dexterity is +2. Constitution, we have proficiency, so it's +6. Intelligence, we've got 0, no modifier. Wisdom is a +1, and charisma is a -1. Then as a soldier, you are proficient in athletics and intimidation. As a barbarian, you get a list to choose from, and the ones I've decided to go with are nature and perception. Okay, so then we fill this in. If I remember how to edit, I'm just going to super speed through this. Passive. Okay, so I just filled out all of those, and then passive wisdom, perception, is just 10 plus your perception modifier. So we have 14 passive perception. We're making steady progress. Inspiration, we don't have any right now. That's something you can only get while playing, so you leave that blank. And then we start getting into the more specific areas of this. So speed as a Warforged, that's 30 feet. Initiative is your dexterity modifier, so it is +2. Hit point maximum at first level. Let's see, you have a d12 hit dice as a barbarian. Oh, sorry. D12 hit die as a barbarian. So at first level you get this maxed out plus your constitution. So that's going to be 15. Current hit points 15. Temporary hit points you only get while playing, so that's 0. Leave the death save, successes and failures blank. And as a barbarian we have a class ability, unarmored defense I believe, which lets us calculate our armor class as 10 plus our dexterity modifier plus our constitution modifier. That's 15. You all with me, folks? Okay, great. Okay, cool. So now we want to start filling out. Did I press something? Oh, my phone. Okay, we want to start filling out the features and traits section over here. So we already put in unarmored defense, but let's do this to make it a bit neater. Okay, nope, not that. I don't know what I just did. And enter. Wow, I'm a genius, just brilliant. Okay, so let's split this up into barbarian features and then our warforged features. Yes, so that we can keep better track of what everything we can do is. And since our race is warforged, that's what you were born as before you became a barbarian, so we'll fill those up first. So you start by getting a +2 bonus to constitution, which is great. So this gets knocked all the way up to, oh my god, I'm really okay. Okay, yeah. This gets knocked up to 18. This gets a +1 bonus, and we also get to choose, on top of that, an additional point in our ability scores from any of the other 5. I'm going to put it into strength, so that this becomes an even number and we can increase this to +3. Now we're starting to look great, aren't we? Pretty strong. Okay, but that's not actually something we've written down under features and traits yet. So we look at the special aspects of the Warforged. They've got the constructed resilience. You can find all of the information on the different races on the source material they came from. For most races, it's going to be the player's handbook, while Warforged come from what? I'm sorry, I genuinely cannot remember the name of the book they were published in. ERLW. If it comes back to Eberron something? I'm sorry, I genuinely forgot. So let's just finish filling this out. So Warforged have this feature, constructed resilience. This gives them advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and they have resistance to poison damage. They don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. They are immune to disease and don't need sleep. They also can't be put to sleep. They have the ability Sentry's Rest, so they sleep different. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping, and you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see and hear as normal, which is extremely useful for keeping watch while you are long resting. Now, this is what I really love about playing Warforged Barbarians. They have integrated protection. It's like Luffy from One Piece being made of rubber. Haha. Let's forget I said that. Please never bring this up again. Integrated protection. Your body has built-in defensive layers which can be enhanced with armor. So they get a +1 bonus to armor class. Yay! This goes up to 16. But wait, we increased our constitution, so it goes up to 17. Let's increase this as well since our constitution went up. Nice. Also this. We're starting to look pretty beefy, aren't we? Those are some large numbers we're seeing. Okay. They can integrate armor into their bodies, which we don't really need to look at right now. And they have specialized designs that gives us a free skill proficiency and tool proficiency. So as for skills, I'm going to be picking let's see what skills important. Stealth. Do I want stealth or sleight of hand? I'm going to go with stealth. A barbarian who can hide? Now that's terrifying. Okay. We can send this robot on covert undercover missions. Haha. Yeah. And then what was next? Oh yes. I didn't write specialized design down. I'm sorry. American English. That should not be a Z or Z, whichever you prefer. Yeah, that about does it for Warforged. I can write down a tool proficiency I want. Let me say I want proficiency in... Is it thieves' tools? Let's say artisans' tools. Okay, and I get to speak, read, and write common and one language of my choice. So I write down common, and I'm going to say dwarven, since it's a pretty useful language, and dwarves are pretty common. So now this is starting to look pretty complete, isn't it? Mechanically, this is about all you need, except wait, something's wrong. Our hit points, those are still at level 1. So let's fix that right up. For every level beyond level 1, you have to roll a d12 and add that plus your constitution modifier to get your new health. But we aren't going to be doing that. We're going to be doing it the chicken's way. We're just going to use the average dice result on a d12 and add that for every level. So that's 7, right? Yeah. So it's plus 7 plus 4. That's 11 extra hit points at every level. That's what's great about barbarians. They get health very quickly. So we're leveling up 4 times. 4 times 11, 44. 44 plus 16. That's 60 hit points. What I did just now was math. If you don't understand that, that's not something you can blame on the video. Come on, guys. 60 hit points. Now we're looking like a thick boy. Yeah. Over here we have money. Money is will come. Oh, I'm big dumb. So let's finish filling this out since we were already at it. The quickest way to fill out what your class features are is to look at the table. You can see the barbarian table in the player's handbook. At first level you get rage and an armored defense. Okay, and then since we're going all the way up to level 5, let's add in all the abilities right now. Sorry if I move too far away from the mic. So this gives us danger sense, reckless attack, primal path. I'm going to go with is it berserker? Yeah, I'm going to be a berserker. So then I have to go to the primal path berserker subclass and look at the abilities that gives me at low levels. And then I find that I have the ability frenzy once per day. Oh no, it's not once per day, I'm sorry. You just suffer exhaustion afterwards. Yeah, so then we go back to the table and continue filling this out. We have an ability score improvement. You don't write that down here. And last but not least, the level 5 abilities, extra attack. I'm not going to be explaining what these do. That's an entirely different thing from just filling out a character sheet. And fast movement. Now it's starting to look even more complete. So for personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, you can make these up or you can roll them from a table which is attached to your background. So I'm going to be heading over to the soldier background now. Let's see, soldier, soldier, soldier. Yes. Where are my dice? Excuse me while I get my dice. I have gotten my dice. So, soldiers give you an extra tool proficiency. You can get, like, in addition to athletics and intimidation, you get one type of gaming set and land vehicles. So, vehicles which move on land, we have those. And then gaming set, I'm going to say playing cards. I imagine those would be common in the army. Nice. So as a background feature we get to add in, we have, wow, can you just, thank you. Oh no, okay, I guess I don't get to do this. I'm typing off screen right now. Soldier. Is it going to go up every time I type anything? That's annoying. Wow. Good thing it's the last thing. This is military rank. I misclicked. Oh no, I did it right. Nice. And for the reason we came here, personality traits, we roll a d8. Let me grab a d8. Okay. I rolled a 7, so I have a crude sense of humor. I don't imagine that's really the case, given the type of character this is, but sure. For ideal, I roll a d6. I got a 5. Live and let live. Ideals aren't worth killing over or going to war for. Is there a comma? Okay. I wonder how much English! I wonder how much explanation I'm going to do every single time I shoot one of these videos, because my throat is dying and this is just the first video. I have 6 more characters, all at higher levels, which I have to do tonight. Oh god, it's midnight! I haven't had dinner. I haven't had sleep. Well, if you don't get the rest of the videos, now you know why. Okay, bonds, let's roll a d6. I got a 6. I fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. Valiant. Okay. This is starting to look like a real big boy, heroic. Okay, and last but not least, flaws. Roll one more d6. I got a 3. I made a terrible mistake in battle that cost many lives. That's all I'm typing down. I'll shorten it. In battle that cost many lives. And I would do anything to keep that mistake secret. Interesting. This is a boy with character. Now it's mostly filled. If you didn't know how to do this before, I hope this has been helpful. But there's still a tad bit more. So you get some equipment from being a soldier. That is an insignia of rank. Some of these might not seem immediately useful, but then in role-playing scenarios, you'd be amazed what these could do for you. Trophy taken from a fallen enemy. I'm going to go with a dagger. Okay. We have a playing card set, since that's what we have proficiency in. A playing card set. The other option was bone dice set. A set of common clothes. And last but not least, a belt pouch containing 10 GP, which we put here on the side instead. And in case you didn't notice, these are copper pieces, silver pieces, electrum pieces, gold pieces, and platinum pieces. Haha, PP big. So it's 10 to 1, 10, 8, 2 to 1. No, sorry, 5 to 1, 2 to 1, 10 to 1. But we just ignore electrum pieces, and then copper, 10 coppers is 1 silver, 10 silvers is 1 gold, 10 golds is 1 platinum. Platinum is a lot of money. I may put money into perspective later in a separate video, but I don't plan on becoming a Dungeons and Dragons YouTuber. I'm just doing this because I have free time. Because I almost have a break from school, so my studying's less. Okay. Now we want to look at our starting equipment. This is something you have to look at the Barbarian class to determine, beyond the things we've already gathered. And it's in the form of choices. You may start with money to purchase things, but I don't like doing that. I go with equipment. I get to choose between a great axe or any martial melee weapon, but you aren't a barbarian if you aren't using a great axe. So I pick great axe. Next, you can either pick 2 hand axes or any simple melee weapon. Let's see, 2 hand axes or any simple melee weapon. I'll go with 2 hand axes because I don't want to have to make the choice. So hand axe. And then you get an explorer's pack and 4 javelins. Javelin. Okay, and then the explorer's pack goes over here. Nice. So that's actually everything. Well, almost. We still have to work this out. So for the attack bonus, what we write here is, well, the attack bonus is the number you add to a d20 on an attack roll when trying to figure out how high your attack roll is. So let's say I'm an ogre. Okay, you can't play an ogre. I have a character right here. So if my Warforged Barbarian is going up against an ogre, I roll a d20 to see if I hit. Let's say I get 4. I rolled a die right now and got 4. This is the number I'd add to the 4. I get my strength plus 3, proficiency bonus plus 3, add them together. That's plus 6. 4 plus 6, that's 10. That's a big difference, but it's still below the armor class of an ogre, so I'd miss anyway. But you can tell where this would be important because of the size of the number. And it's going to be the same with the hand axe and the javelin. Except when you throw the let me not do this. I'm probably going to be throwing the javelin and the hand axe more often than I am going to be using them as melee weapons. since I have my great axe already. So I'll leave those as +5 since thrown weapons use dexterity. So for the damage type, you have to look at the information on the weapon itself in the player's handbook or dungeon master's guide. I am not quite sure. It might be both. So great axes deal 1d12 damage. Javelins deal 1d6. Hand axes, I would be lying if I told you I remembered. And then you add your dexterity modifier for thrown weapons, strength modifier for melee weapons. This is going to be a +2 at the end. Is it a d4 or a d6? Hand axe. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 1d4. Let me check. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to streamline this a bit more than that, but did that okay, good. That didn't pop up on the screen. Which characters of mine use hand axes? I think you do. Hand axe. It's a d6. Okay. I had a feeling. D4 is pretty small. I think only daggers use D4 damage die. At least from the things I can remember. Hi guys, I don't know where I'm adding this in the video yet, but I completely forgot the level 4 ability score improvement, and I'm going to take a feat instead. So let me just add that in right here under features and traits, and we will make this great weapon master. Yeah, that's it. Also, I've decided I'll edit this video only very lightly because I'm lazy. Bye guys. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, character sheet complete. Of course, if you're a spellcaster, you'd have to come down here and fill those out, but we aren't doing that. Look at this beautiful full character sheet. Isn't that great? Now you know how to do it yourself. I even went a few levels up. For level 1 characters, this would be much simpler, and I would not have taken half an hour to do it. This video may be shorter after editing, but I have no idea. Am I about to spend like 4 hours recording here? No, I really won't. So, I'll probably only record the ones which I am in the mood to do. And if that is none of them, that's it for me tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. Support me on Patreon because I want your money. I probably won't use it on anything great. Just to eat and stay alive, you know, not important. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe if you want to. If you're interested in anime content. If you're interested in mainly anime content, I game every once in 4 years. Used to be a Minecraft YouTuber. Dark past. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike the video if you disliked the video, comment and tell me why you disliked the video if you disliked the video, what you loved about the video. I've been saying a lot of words quickly now, and it's time for me to end the video. SamuX607 signing out. Peace, guys.